And welcome in, sports fan, to the City Backflow Sports Desk. It's a mobile desk, but it is planted firmly tonight at Panther Stadium. As always, I'm Taylor Honey.
I'm J.D. Bird.
And we are Cedar Creek Media. Happy to have you in with us tonight. See, there's quite a few of you actually already getting into the group. I don't know, what would you say, into the viewership there? I don't know, JD. Sometimes I lose my words. You know that. But we've got another one tonight. It is another tough game for your Panthers. Of course, the District of Doom, kind of known as what this District 9 is known as. And it is one of the guys that is standing at the top of it right now in the Lindale Eagles. So right now, technically, they're in second place in the district. Their one loss so far in the year is within district play, and it came to the Kilgore Bulldogs, which is obviously a team that's nobody needs to introduce the Kilgore Bulldogs. Everybody knows what Kilgore is all about. So that's the one loss that they've had so far this year. And this Lindale team has had some wins over some really, really tough opponents. Started out the year with a win over Hallsville, got another win over Mount Pleasant, and then squeaked one out against a really good Van team, 56-49. Went in, beat Gilmer on Gilmer's home turf, 35-23. Also beat Chapel Hill, who, of course, we saw last week. Beat them 64-28. Then you've got wins over Palestine, and then it seems to be a theme. You lose to Kilgore, and then you come to Mabank, play against Mabank the next week. So it's definitely been an interesting thing. So are they already doing the national anthem?
They are set to do the national anthem. So we're going to step away just 1 second, and we'll be right back here after this.
All right, a bit of a untraditional start here, JD. We've gotten pretty good over the years at knowing where the national anthem usually comes, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, I mean, it usually happens whenever the numbers on the board up there hit zero and the teams have rushed the field. Usually the teams are out here whenever the anthem is played. So tonight a little bit different, I guess.
A little bit different.
Of course, we are playing on the Thursday instead of the Friday night, so here a little bit early, I guess they're like, hey, we got a 7 o'clock start time. Teams are going to come out. That's exactly when this thing's going to get underway.
That is exactly what I was going to say, JD. You took the words literally right out of my mouth. It's a Thursday start at 7 o'clock, so everything is kind of being moved up a little bit. So it actually really fits right within the theme of what's been going
of this whole day. We're in theme, baby.
We are 100%. And you know what? It's always good to be in theme when Halloween's around. So really, if you think about it, it's all working right in stride and right in mojo with each other. As JD, this is something. Do you mind? We don't normally get to see them coming out of their little dealing bobber over there, their flag. But you know what? Since we're here and they're going to do it now, let's go ahead and capture it as your Panthers make their way out onto the field here, ready to try and defend this home turf again against one of these high-level opponents, but again, in this district, who is not? So before we run off to break, I was telling you a little bit before the national anthem about the way the district sits. So let me just go ahead and set it for you, and then we'll run off to a quick break before the coin flip and all that kind of good stuff. So right now, Kilgore, as we said, sitting on top of the district. They are 7-1 overall on the year. They are 4-0 over in district play. Excuse me. Number 2 right now, Pine Tree. They are 2-1. Lindale right behind them at 2-1. Henderson at 2-2. Chapel Hill sitting in that 5th spot at 2-2. And Palestine and Mabank both fighting right now for the 6th place spot. Both of them without a win in district, but Mabank technically has the edge on them with the 2-5 overall record, and Palestine with the 0-7 overall record. So it looks like when we come back, it's going to be Kason Schreier, Wayne Langford, Cooper Klein, and Christian Torres down doing the captaincy duty. But before we do that, we've got to take us a short break. We'll come right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Zach Pruitt in Gun Barrel City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Number 20, Lane. Number 99, Cam Basin.
All right, so as you saw, coin toss went down. JD, what you seemed like you got a hold of it. I was writing something down. What did we pick
well,
up?
something you don't see often. Lindale Eagles ended up winning the toss. They elected actually to receive the ball, so they will get the opening kickoff, and Mabank will receive the opening kickoff after halftime. So
okay,
the Lindale Eagles going to start it off on offense here tonight.
So obviously they feel good about their offense, and they're wanting to start out fast tonight. So they're wanting to get their hands on the ball first. So as you said, not the most usual strategy, but we'll see how it works out for the Eagles. So as always, going to be Mr. Ray Brager heading out to start this thing off with the kick. Can't quite see who it is back there to receive deep. JD's got the better set of peepers, as we know.
Looks like number 23, Jabrion Ray. I can't see the far one over there. I think maybe number 5, Hank Thurman.
Well, it's not going to matter because the ball is pooched, and I believe they're going to say recovered by the Eagles. It did
a little onside, not quite able to work out for the Panthers.
Yeah, and it looked like Brager might have possibly touched it before 10 yards, but I think with the Eagles recovering it, they just kind of kept the flag in the pocket there and said, we'll just let it go ahead and roll because, matter of fact, they're not even setting it up 10 yards away from where Ray kicked the ball, so that's got to be the fact.
Yep.
Unless Ray, of course, didn't touch it, but I don't know. From here, it definitely looked like he did. I think you'd concur. I don't have good eyes, but I think we can concur on that one. So, all right, so it is going to be Lindig set in the shotgun. He is going to hand off to his back. Back has a ton of space, able to break it around, and it is a big play on the first play of the game. Matter of fact, it is going to be a touchdown on the first play of the game. 49-yard touchdown for number 5, Hank Thurman.
Well, oh boy, he got his hands on that one, and he found a hole up the middle, able to find his way out to the outside, and it was a foot race all the way. And touchdown play 1. That is, if you're Lindale, I guess that is why you elected to receive on the opening kickoff.
Decided you wanted to get going fast, and that is exactly what they did.
So on to kick the extra point, number 20. Well, they don't even have him on the roster that we've got here.
Well, either way, he puts
Either way,
it through.
he kicks through. Yeah, I was about to say, either way, it's up and in. So able to put up 7 on the opening drive here. So now Lindale going to immediately be giving it right back. Well, I guess Panthers haven't had it yet. So going to be going and pretty much flipping things over here. 15 seconds off the clock. And Panthers already about to start their first drive.
Yeah, I think if you can tell any football team that you are going to receive, or you're going to elect to receive, you're going to score a touchdown on your first play, I think just about any team would, take those chances there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and something a little different again. I mean, we see the kicker setting up over there on the right hash.
Yeah.
So usually most kickers set up right in the middle on the X there. But a little different over there in Lindale, I guess, as he's going to go and kick it away. And it's a nice kick.
yeah, it was a deep kick there. It's going to be returned by Foot, trying to switch his field and trucks a man before he's still trying to run through defenders. He's getting swung around. But Gavin Foot there, lowering the shoulder and bringing a little bit of boom there.
That was some hard running right there by Mr. Gavin Foot on their opening kickoff.
Well, it is going to send Mr. Jackson Copeland, Jaden Thompson, and the rest of the supporting crew out for their first drive of the ball game. Does look like big number 71, John Morrow, going to be back in the lineup here tonight. So you've got Porter at the right tackle. You've got Morrow at the right guard. Klein at center, as always. Wilson and Malone making out the left side of the lineup. Get you the receivers here in just a second. It's Copeland. Waits for the snap. It's a good snap. Trying to find somewhere. Go down the middle and was trying to get it to Gavin Foot. Ball is deflected, put up in the air, but does fall down innocently to the ground. So as you heard, Gavin Foot out there to start the night. Also got number 9, Camden O'Valley. Number 8, Kason Schreier. And number 2, Wayne Langford makes out the starting offense. And O'Valley getting a start tonight. Unfortunately, Kason Morris down there in street clothes and some crutches. So won't have his services tonight. So Camden going to have to step in for him. And, we got a flag. Looks like it's going to be, that's exactly what they say. False start. It looked like there was some movement along the front line there. So that'll back up the Panthers 5, and it'll be 2nd and long now. Lindale is, no, I'm not telling anybody anything. If you don't have a magazine of Dave Campbell's, you can't tell me, because this Lindale team, hard to find stats on, but apparently something they pride themselves on is that defensive line. And you've got some big boys down there, especially on that right side. Big number 99 and 0. We'll see if they can do anything tonight as they hand off the ball to Jaden Thompson up the middle, and he is going to actually lose about a yard there.
Yeah, nowhere really to go there, as met with immediate pressure. I think he might have even lost a yard there on that one.
Yes, sir. I think you're exactly right, and I think that is going to make it 3rd and 16, and the board agrees. So let's see what kind of play they got, again, deep in their own territory, so don't want to take too many risks here. You're going to have split backs. It's Schreier set up in the backfield along with Thompson and Copeland. It's Copeland looking for somewhere. He's going to scramble out of it and take off himself. Tries to spin around and, takes a big lick. I mean, a big old lick right around the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 6-yard gain for Jackson Copeland, but it is going to be 4th and 10, and the Panthers going to have to send out the punting unit.
So, I mean, not the way you would necessarily want your opening drive to go. It looked like they were trying to get that pass going early. Missed the first one. Tried to go for the run on 2nd down. Got nothing going there. Looked like they wanted to go back to the pass. Unfortunately, just really not enough time to make any of the reads. So just kind of had to take it himself. Able to get back to, like you said, the original line, but it's going to bring up 4th down and a punt.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good punt there. Does get past the 50. wouldn't say it was the best we've seen from Ray, but it definitely wasn't a bad one. So it is going to put the Eagles, a whole grand total of about 2 yards shy of where they started this one.
Mm-hmm.
So Eagles getting their second possession again last time, able to pick up a touchdown on their first play, 49-yard strike. It is again going to be Lindale. Is again going to be flanked by number 5, Thurman. They're going to hand it off to Thurman again. This time he's going to test the right side, and he has got another big gain. Still rolling down before he is pushed out. Finally, let's see where they say he went out at. Looks like they're going to give him the 10-yard line, so it'll be a 41-yard rush. So that now puts you at 2 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown. That is a pretty good way to start out your game there if you're Mr. Hank Thurman.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't really ask for much better running than that.
Well, let's see if they stick with it here. If they try the air, nope, they're just going to hand it right back. Thurman, that time, is going to be met at the line and doesn't pick up near as much, only able to pick up about 3 on the carry. And that will be significantly his shortest run so far tonight. So 2nd and goal. If you're Lindale, that's the only thing that's kind of bugs you maybe a little bit about that big run, is that it was right on the 10, so you have to, you got the goal from as far as possible. As this time they hand the ball off to number 2, who's going to fight his way up close inside the 5. That is Emilion Johnson, senior. Going to take it all the way to the 2, so Johnson will pick up 5. And that puts Lindale on the doorstep, and it looks like they're going to exchange for a heavy package here, JD. They have sent out three guys that are wearing, well, I guess none of them are actually really wearing offensive lineman numbers, but you got a 99, a 35, and an 11. They look like
bringing
linebackers
out your defensive,
and DNs.
yeah, you're bringing out your defensive line to run some offense here. You got to know what's going on.
Yeah, and that's going to be an easy handoff touchdown. Just so many big bodies there. So Johnson, Emilion, has got the first of a million tonight. Second touchdown of the night for the Eagles, and it comes to number 2. So 2 carries, 7 yards for him, but will be responsible for just about as many points as they're going to send out the kicker to try an extra point here. Number 20, Lane, is what I hear. So Lane. It's a good snap, good hold, good kick. And just like that, it's 14-0. We're going to take us a short break and be right back right after this.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City, or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
Back here at the City Backflow Sports Desk, Lindale going up 14-0 here early in the first quarter. Going to be Lane again on to do the kicking off here. And this one's a beauty. Swirling way back there. Foot's finally going to collect it before he drops it. Picks it up. Kind of had some troubles finally getting a hold of it. Finally gets going forward and able to get to about the 15 before he is tackled. And that is where the Panther offense is going to take over. And, yeah, JD, they're down 14 with less than 4 minutes burn off the clock here. It's just about time to go ahead and start, throwing it at the wall here and see what sticks.
Absolutely.
Again, we know about the athleticism of this team. So they're definitely more than capable to go and put some points on the board. We saw that early in the year, but it's been been tough to put points on the board lately. But, again, I just – you see the bones there. You know what I mean? So when this thing clicks, it clicks, and we're just waiting to see it happen here. It's Copeland, again, going to have split backs here. Fakes the handoff, rolling out, tries to flip one over, and it's almost picked. Defender had about 2 or 3 chances at it there. That was number 4, Asher Metters, linebacker, just not quite able to put the grips on it. But, yeah.
Boy, did he read the screen like a book, that's for sure. I mean, he was all over it. He did every single thing but intercept it.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Panthers still looking to get that passing game up off of the ground. Copeland starting out 0 for 2, but in fairness, he's been under duress both times. So going to have to give him a little time to survey and find somebody. This time it's going to be a single back. Got split out to the right and left. Copeland, hands off. Thompson trying to find room around the left side and is going to lose, let's see, right at about 4 yards on that. 3 yards, they're going to say. So, again, pressure from that Eagle defensive front has just been ferocious all year, and it has come to work for them tonight here at Panther Stadium, as 2 handoffs to Jaden Thompson so far have netted -4 yards.
Yeah, I mean, this offensive line just has to figure out what in the world they have to do to be able to get some kind of push against this front 4 of Lindale, because right now they are living in the backfield rent-free.
Yeah, and number 0 down there, Caleb Walker, he's a senior, and they move him from inside and out, and he is just kind of a game wrecker down there. Was that for Lindale last year as well. Totaled at 90 tackles, 20 of those coming for a loss, and 10 sacks. So definitely a tough block down there. And matter of fact, it looks like they maybe want to talk about it a little bit more, how to block him. Timeout called by Mabank. We're going to take a short one with them. Be right back. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts. More than just a shop, they're part of the Cedar Creek Lake community. And whether you're needing a new car battery, a boat battery, or service for your golf cart, they've got you covered. Their family's been helping yours for almost 20 years with new and reconditioned batteries for cars and trucks, as well as batteries for boats, motorcycles, and lawn equipment, plus golf cart repairs and custom upgrades to make your ride one of a kind. Stop by the shop in Payne Springs or give them a call at 903-451-2182 and let Randy and his team show you your car to your dreams. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts, keeping life charged, one customer at a time. Ask about free pickup and delivery on golf carts. And back here, Cedar Creek Media, Taylor JD hanging out at Panther Stadium at the City Backflow Sports Desk. Jackson Copeland takes the snap on 3rd and long, looking down the middle, completes to Camden O'Valley. Needed 12 yards and able to pick up 11. So it is going to make it 4th, and it looks like they're actually only going to give him 9 on the play. So 9 yards for number 9.
So 4th and 2 coming up.
Yes.
And they are lined up in the offense, so
yeah,
looking like they may want to go for this here. Try for the hard count, and now they're going to send out the punt unit. Of course, they got to stay into this here, and they got to get them off the field quickly if they want to not have the penalty. Looks like they're just going to take it anyway. Going to get him for the delay of game, so they'll back him up.
Extra 5, yes, sir.
Back them up to 5 yards, and they will be set to punt now. So I like the idea, though, trying to go in there, go up quickly, try to get them with the hard count. But unfortunately, nobody jumped over there on that Lindale side. So going to bring out big Mr. Ray Brager to punt it away.
This one's an even better one, JD, as that is going to fly way back there and be fair caught past the 40. It looks like they're going to give him the 38-yard line there. So got over the head of Jabrion Ray there. You can't blame him because that was quite the boot there off the leg of Ray Brager.
We got penalty flags thrown way back here. It was a little after the play, so I'm curious to see what's going to be called.
Ball is placed at the 37-yard line.
Good catch, JD. I didn't see the laundry flying out.
Well, I'll be fair. The only reason I really noticed it's because I heard the coaches next doors going a little crazy and pointing, so I just followed the finger and happened to see a single Lindale guy in a couple of green jerseys way back there. Seems like a post scuffle. So,
well, JD, if we were talking to my mom, she'd tell you when I was a teenager I was pretty bad at seeing laundry too. So you can't blame me too bad. I wasn't too picking up the laundry off the floor. But it looks like it was a personal foul against the Panthers. So, unfortunately, as you're saying, there was a couple down there. Maybe it was the team-up aspect of it there.
And I believe what I just heard was that somebody has been disqualified from the game. Looks like number six there.
Morris.
Cason Morris. Going to be heading back to the locker room a little bit early tonight. So 15 yards added on in addition to the good return. Wow, what a seam beater that was.
Yeah, first pass we see of the night is going to go for 48 yards. David Lindig finds number 8, Reed Carnathan. Carnathan going to take it, as I said, 48 yards for the touchdown.
Oh, boy, this Lindale team they are a team built on the big play. And, of course, it's one thing that you tell your players all the time, make sure you stay out of the big play. Well, this Lindale team, they are a team that they thrive on the big play. So able to get another one here, ends in 6. Number 20 for him, Lane on to put up the extra and make it 7, and he does. So that'll be 21-0 where Lindale will take the lead. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back here after this.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, back here to there we go. Back here
funky
to the City Backflow Sports Desk at Panther Stadium. Lindale enjoying an early lead here, 21-0. Lane kicking off, and this kid's got a boot. And that might be the best one we've seen so far tonight. His foot is actually going to fair catch it back around the 12-yard line, so that'll bring it up to the 25, right? I believe it's the 25-yard line.
25-yard line is where they're going to start their drive.
I knew it was the 20 or 25. I couldn't remember exactly which. You know me. But that is where the Panthers will begin. And we'll see if they can cut into this lead a little bit. Stadium's starting to fill up a little bit here now, JD. We were talking about the little bit of a late arriving crowd tonight. Of course, game moved up not only a day, but also 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
So 7 o'clock on a Thursday, a little bit harder for folks to get out to. But matter of fact, the next game we have here will be on a Thursday as well, as this time the handoff is to Thompson, who's going the wrong direction before being ran out of bounds. And it is going to go down as a big loss. Can't blame him. There's a big wall of blue and white defenders right in front of him, but goes down as about
really
a 7-yard
big
loss.
Yeah.
8-yard loss, actually. But, yeah, JD, the last, there's only one home game left after this, which is the last week of the season. That will be against Kilgore, and that will also be on a Thursday. So a couple of Thursday night games to end it off here at Panther Stadium for the 2025 season. Next week will be in Palestine. That's a cool old stadium if you haven't ever been out there. It's a cool place to go out and catch a game. So 2nd and long here coming up. Copeland takes the snap, looking for somebody, going to dump it down, and is that going to be picked? They're going to say it touched the ground.
It hit the ground first, but boy, was it close.
Very close. A little too close for comfort.
Oh, yeah.
So 3rd and long now. Panthers have found themselves in this spot more than once so far tonight. Last time, we're able to get a decent completion to Camden O'Valley, but not quite enough for the first down. And this one's going to be I don't want to say significantly longer, but a good clip longer. Let's see what they've got. Had split backs, but nope, changes out. Schreier going to go back. Snap is back. Copeland trying to find somewhere, wings it out, has the completion to Langford, and he's going to be right at about the sticks.
I think they very well might give this to him here, as he was right there at it.
It looks
See
like
where the official spot is.
Oh, no,
they're going to say just inches short.
Feel like this is, well, now the chains are, I think, okay, now they're going to wave it and say it's a first. So
okay,
took a second to decide it, but does look like they've came to their decision. Copeland again, now kind of waving it off. Looked like they were going to try and go a little bit faster here, but change in the pace after they pick up their first Zach Pruitt State Farm first down of the night. Hand off, and again trying to go up the middle and just nowhere to go.
Just met immediately as he received it. Just nowhere at all for Thompson to go.
So far tonight, 4 carries for Jaden Thompson. -1, -3, -8, and -3 on those carries. And again, nothing really Thompson can do is pressure just coming right up the middle at him. Really nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have a second to make a cut. As he is immediately met with multiple white jerseys right in his face.
And it looks like Mabank coaching staff recognizing that as well and keeping this split back situation going. Maybe keep a couple people back, as this time Copeland surveying as he rolls to his right. Now just going to throw one up and out of bounds, and will bring up another 3rd and long here.
I like the decision there to throw that one away. No use throwing it up and throwing anything dumb that gets you intercepted here, as, I mean, you have time to be able to get those yards. You got multiple plays to be able to do it in, so give yourself at least an opportunity here. Don't just kind of throw it away. Great decision-making there from Copeland along the sideline.
So, JD, I don't normally say stuff like this, but you know what? Actually, I'll wait till after this play. But got some people we normally don't think that we're going to be thinking. Copeland, again, looking for somewhere, going to fire it down the middle. Oh, actually ended up going to the outside foot, had it, and they're going to – are they going to say it's incomplete? Yeah, so incomplete. But so last year, our highest viewed game, I remember this, was at Lindale. So at Lindale was our highest viewed game last year in our first year on Cedar Creek Media. I can tell you now, as I'm looking here, this might be the highest concurrent viewers I have ever seen there. So I've got, and I normally don't say stuff like this, but I have got to commend the Lindale Eagle fans. Obviously, y'all want to see your Eagles play some football, and it is shown in our numbers. That's how massive your following is. So kudos to you guys, and it looks like y'all have got something else to be happy about, as there is a big return there. Number 23, Jabarion Ray, able to flip the field on the Panthers after a nice boot from Brager, and it's going to have the Eagles starting from a really good field position here. Matter of fact, the best field position they'll start with all night.
Sure is.
At the Mabank, what are they going to put it at? About the 32?
31 or 32 there.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, well, no, they back them up here.
Okay.
35.
Hey, close enough for them, right?
Oh, yeah. Because we've already seen them put in 2 40-plus yard touchdowns, so they are not a stranger to the big play. As right here, a little early on the snap, and it actually got bobbled there. But nonetheless, he's able to recover tries to go downfield. Looks like number 9, Brody Copeland was the intended receiver. Not quite able to connect with him. But, hey, bad play that they're able to turn into a pretty much wash there. So 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, and I think if we're being honest, that was a great play there by Lindale. I think Copeland would like to have that one back because really Lindale hit him with a pretty good strike, and Copeland I just don't think was expecting it, so didn't come up with the catch. Now Lindale has it again, tosses it out to the outside. Another nice move there. I believe that is, again, Thurman pushing down, able to move it from the 35 down past the 15. Let's see where they give him. Looks like they're going to give him the 11, so 24-yard pickup that time for the young man that's really been chewing it out so far tonight. That puts him up over 100 yards already for the game. This time they're going to hand off to number 2, and he is going to have his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one will be a little bit longer. Emilion Johnson, 11-yard touchdown run for his 2nd of the night.
And I believe an untouched 11-yard run, and that is saying something considering he just ran through the middle of the field. So that offensive line that they were working behind right now is giving them all of the space in the world to run.
Yeah, and that is the difference in the ball game. So many games are won in the trenches, and right now, if we're just being flat honest with each other, Lindale is winning in the trenches. So it looks like we have got a different kicker on here. Number 25 puts one up and through. They might be wearing different numbers, but they give you similar results. That time was Elijah Pollard.
Yeah.
All right, so again, Mabank going to have to find some success to get back into this one. We're going to take a very short break, and we'll be right back in 15 seconds.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Zach Pruitt in Gun Barrel City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
All right, back here to the City Backflow Sports Desk. 28-0, Lindale sitting on top with 3 minutes, 32 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. It's going to be Lane coming back out to do the kicking honors. 3rd rushing touchdown of the night for the Eagles coming on their previous drive. They again going to kick it deep. Again, Foot going to nestle underneath of it. This time going to try the return. Cuts back to his left, breaks away, going to get up close to the 30 before he's finally taken down. I think they're going to give him about the 28-yard line there. And Mabank going to be starting with just about the best position they've had so far tonight. Not by much, but by a couple of yards. And they picked up their first Zach Pruitt State Farm first down. I believe it was on the last drive.
On the last drive,
yeah. So let's see if they can build off of that. Pick up a couple or maybe even pick up their first set of points here in this one tonight. They are normally a pretty quick-moving team, and they have slowed things down just a bit here, trying to make sure they have themselves perfectly squared away before getting it snapped, as this time is going to be a handoff to Thompson. And he is going to fight forward, and he is going to pick up right at about 4 yards on the play. So first positive run for Jaden Thompson tonight, and that time it looked like he had a bit of space, but also just kind of tucked that arm down or that shoulder down and didn't allow himself to be taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he is. He's a tough runner, and so give him a little bit of space, and he is going to he's going to figure out how to make that work for himself. And right there was kind of one of those moments. Didn't have all the space you would like to see, but he had enough to make something happen. And once again, met in the backfield, able to get away from the initial contact and able to fall forward for a yard there is Thompson. So 2 straight runs for him that he's able to get positive. So definitely working back into the correct direction.
Yeah, and it gives you something you have not seen so far tonight, a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 4 yards to go here. Let's see what they come up with again with the split backs, and they're again going to hand off to Thompson, and this time believe he is, it's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage, so no loss but no gain, and it will now bring up 4th and 5 here, 4th and 4. Let's see, sitting down 28-0, 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Ball is pretty much, if we're being honest, Lindale has pretty much got the ball in close to this spot a few times already tonight. So if you're Coach Copeland, you might just go ahead and roll the dice here and see what happens. They are letting this play clock tick down pretty low.
I think they might end up going with the timeout here, but yeah, like you're saying, I think they're just going to try to eat away as much of that clock as they can before they have to potentially give the ball back to Lindale. So it is what they do.
Yep, they'll stop the clock, and while they're stopping for a break, we do too. We'll be right back here on Cedar Creek Media.
At Reedy Tire, they understand early morning drop-offs, late evening pickups, and everything in between that you go through to make sure your child gets from one event to the next activity. They believe that your precious cargo is their responsibility. Your tires are their life. They eat, sleep, and breathe tires so that our Mabank families can know that when they hit the road for a few blocks or a few hours, they'll get there safe and on time. At Reedy Tire, tires aren't the only thing, they're everything. Trust them to get you there. Reedy Tire in Mabank, America. Proudly supporting the entire student body and their families at Mabank ISD. Let's go Panthers.
Cedar Creek Power, Clay Structure, Tim and Amanda Klein, Sean and Lisa Copeland, Impact LLC, DP Show Cattle, East Texas Orthodontics, and Elder Dodge of Cedar Creek.
All right, you never interrupt the mayor when he's talking. So our mayor just so happens to be our PA guy, so I don't interrupt him. So we're back. High snap. Good job by Brager to bring it down. The punt doesn't go quite as well as he would want to, as it's just going to not take any – actually picked it up on the bounce, and I think everybody was not expecting anything to happen.
He's going to be able to worm his way all the way to a touchdown right there, number 23.
Yeah, Jabrion Ray, that'll be his first one of the night, and that might be the most frustrating so far for the Panthers, is that it just kind of looked like it was wobbling around waiting for somebody to down it, and Ray just said, nah, I'll down it, but it's going to be about 30 yards, 40 yards down the field.
Go and take it to the house, yeah. Goodness gravy. So once again, number 25, Elijah Pollard, going to come on to kick the extra point this time.
Good snap, good hold, good kick, and the extra point makes it now 35-0. Lindale on top of this one, and the snowball effect has kind of gotten set in here, JD.
Mm-hmm. It's something we've seen quite a bit in the last couple of weeks for this Mabank team. As soon as the first couple of bad things happen, it seems to kind of compound on itself, and they haven't been able to find the way to pull themselves out of that slippery slope, if you will. So got to find something here tonight that is going to be able to break that same
dynamic, whatever,
whatever you want to call it there, to be able to break that stint and be able to pull yourselves back into this one before it's way too gone.
Well, it all starts right here. Still got a minute and some change left in the clock in this first quarter. It's going to be Lane kicking off again. They're again going to kick it deep back to Foot. Actually has to step up on this one. Catches it about the 15-yard line. Sees some space, fakes a reverse field, and now ends up going backwards. Caught the ball on the 15 and ended up retreating to, looks like they're going to be generous and give him the 14 there for forward progress. But really had it up to close to the 20, so I hate to say it this way, but really looks like he lost about 5 or 6 yards trying to get that second push. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what I mean, he doesn't lose yards all the time or anything, but that's kind of what G is about. You know what I mean? He's not a soft guy. He's going to be tough. He's going to try and pick up what he can, but every once in a while you see it on every level. It just comes back to bite you a little bit, and that time, unfortunately, it does exactly that to Gavin. So we'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers, going to be set up on their own 14-yard line, so not a lot of extra space to work with, as I just saw one of the men who makes Cedar Creek Media work out.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
That was some untouched pressure right there. Number 14, Jacob Petway, just came in untouched and met Thompson in the backfield on the handoff. Like, you can't – oh, man.
He must have been in the Mabank huddle and knew exactly what play was coming.
It sure looked like it. But with that being said, that is how the first quarter of action is going to end. We are going to head to another break, and we will be back to the action here after this.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522. Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056.
All right, while we were away, we missed one play. I think you came back and maybe saw just the end of it there. Copeland surveying out, trying to find a receiver. Wasn't quite able to get it complete over there to Langford. And it'll now be 3rd and long for your Panthers. As I catch myself up on the clock and such.
3rd and 14 to be exact here.
Thank you, JD. As you can see, I was in a bit of a frantic panic there, so appreciate that. All right, so here we go. Split backs again. 2 receivers to the left. They're just going to hand it off to Thompson, trying to find somewhere to fall forward to. Is able to pick up. They're going to be generous and give him the extra yard. So 2 yards on the carry for Jaden Thompson. And it is going to bring up 4th and long, and it's going to bring Mr. Ray Brager, number 45, back out to do some more punting.
This time he's going to, unfortunately, be set up in his own end zone. So last time we saw him out there punting, he had a bit of a high snap on it. So right here, got to make sure the punt's pretty perfect, as he already doesn't have a lot of space to work with.
Yeah, and, of course, big return last time. It was a great snap this time. Ball kind of just went straight up in the air and out of bounds. Not the best we've seen from Ray.
Well, I tell you what, that right there was something that he was told to do by a coach.
Yeah, it's got to
I mean, that was just kicked immediately to the sideline. So that was – coach told him, just don't give him any more chances to be able to return here. Just kick it out of bounds, I believe, is what Ray was probably told.
Yeah, so that is going to set Lindale up on the 36-yard line of Mabank. So, again, working with a short field here. But, yeah, you were probably exactly right, JD, after that big 45-yard return. Kind of a lazy-looking play, you know what I mean? Lindale able to score on it. Now they're going to send back out the offense. Lindig waiting on the snap. It looks like a reverse pass, as they've actually got one of their backup quarterback that was in, and it is going to be a big sack. So Quade Green able to get back there in the backfield and make the first disruptive play for this defense tonight. And it is a significant loss here for the Eagles. What about 8 yards there, something like that?
Let
full
me count
10.
them off there. Yeah, full 10 yards that Quade Green is able to drop them on. So makes this second down and 20. So a lot further for Lindale to have to go here on this drive.
All right, this time Lindig does hand off. Number 7, able to pick up right at about 5 yards there. So that is Jackson LeGros, listed as a free safety and quarterback. And I know as we were talking to Mr. Kinney over there before the game, he said that I believe LeGros is the backup quarterback as well, big lefty. So that just gives you another dynamic for those guys to work with. So 3rd and long here for the Eagles. Panthers got a chance to get themselves off the field here as Lindig, trying to find somewhere to go, steps up in the pocket, is going to take off and get the first down. Needed right at about 14 yards, and it looks like they're going to give him 18 on the play, 19 on the play.
Yeah, I mean, right there, they just sent everybody backwards. All their receivers were heading for the end zone. Every single one of the Mabank secondary was in pursuit, so there was nobody left to be able to pick up Lindig as he just stepped up in the pocket and took it all the way himself. So.
Yeah, swing pass this time out to number 6, and he is going to be able to walk it into the end zone. So that is going to be a 22-yard touchdown strike there for Lindig. His second of the ball game, actually only his second pass, and now his second touchdown. That one going again to number 6, Caden Fowler.
Again, if you will look at the video board at the north end of Panther Stadium, instead of your vehicle and license plate number, please move your vehicle or it will be towed.
All right, so extra point coming up again. The good thing is if you're watching at home, you don't have to worry about your vehicle being towed that they were talking about on the PA.
That's right.
All right, good snap, good hold, good kick. I've said that a few times tonight. Lindale has been a machine so far tonight. 9 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. 42-0 for Lindale. We're going to take another very short break. We'll come back right after this.
8 kitchens, 1 yard. Right there in the heart of Mabank, the truck yard brings it all together. From smash burgers and tacos to lighter bites and loaded spuds, Mediterranean plates, hot wings, Cajun classics, fresh sandwiches, hibachi and sushi, even a boba tea to wash it all down. The truck yard's where Mabank comes together. Neighbors, families, and friends all gathering to share good food from one place. It's the Mabank Truck Yard, where Mabank comes to eat.
Back here at the City Backflow Sports Desk, Lindale adding on to their lead, 42-0 now. Have picked up touchdowns on all 6 of their drives, and have added one on a punt return touchdown. As this is going to be the best kick we've seen of the night. Swirls out of the back of the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So Mabank going to be starting again deep from their own territory.
I don't know.
I mean, to do.
You say it was the best one. Obviously, it was the one that went the furthest. It goes out of the back. It ends up in a touchback but I really think it might have been a favor for Mabank to go ahead and say, hey, this is going out the back. Don't touch this. Just go ahead and take it at the 25, as every single time that they've had it on the return so far, they've tried to return it other than the one time. So I think Lindale might have been playing a little bit nice there and just going ahead and booting it out the back for him.
Well, JD, when you're right, you are right. All right, so we got splits out. Copeland has to reverse around, trying to find somewhere to go, and he just swarmed, JD. Just
nowhere
absolutely
to go.
Swarmed. Yeah, nowhere to go, and it is going to be a 5-yard loss on the play back to the 20. And quite frankly, we're lucky Jackson Copeland's a tough kid, because a lot of people that might have just flat broken half right there, as that did not look good, as pretty much the entirety of the Eagles defense, it looked like, was right on top of Thompson right when he was ready to try and do something with it there.
Yeah, other than the 3 defenders in coverage right there, everybody else was in the backfield on that play.
And it might not have even been a zero blitz, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but right now, just a game of count the white jerseys in the backfield is what's being played, as the Mabank offense just has not figured out what to do against the rush of these Lindale Eagles.
Well, Copeland going to roll out to the right, has a man downfield, and there's some discussion. They're going to say he caught it.
Got it, yeah.
So how about that? That'll definitely help things out. 26-yard completion there from Jackson Copeland over to Gavin Foote. And that'll be the biggest play we've seen so far tonight from the Panthers.
I mean, absolutely. That's the kind of things that you're going to have in this game if you want any chance of having a little bit of fun here. As granted, on the very next play, another man in the backfield going to bring down Thompson for 4. But, I mean, those kind of plays right there, those are what you're going to have to rely on if you want to be able to move your team down the field. So, Gavin Foote, nice job on that last catch for him.
Yep, one of the one of the 2 Zach Pruitt State Farm first downs we've seen so far tonight. You just got to keep stacking those things up. And, again, you say the same thing every week, but that's just really what it is, you know?
Yeah, one play at a time. That's how you win a football game, so.
Copeland, how about that? The old no-look pass there. I didn't see that coming out of the bag of Jackson Copeland. Staring down a receiver to the left, actually completes it up in the middle there to Wayne Langford.
Yeah.
So it ends up being a completion of 9 yards. Second catch tonight for Langford.
Yep, makes the second down and 14 into a third down and 6 here. So a little bit more manageable than a third and 14. So
absolutely. As it does look like maybe there's a few different bodies out there on defense as well. So might be helping out the Panthers as it's a play action going to be swatted down at the line. And there we go. They're just going to say there was some contact on Copeland after he got the ball out, and it didn't draw a flag, but then a second pop afterwards, and a flag drew out, but they're pulling Morrow out of the game. So I don't know if there was some tick for tack going here, and we'll have to wait and see what the call is.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the story always goes that the second person happens to be the one that gets caught for it. So see if maybe we can get offsetting here, but definitely Morrow is going to be on the chopping block for that late hit that he pulled. So it's a little bit of discussion going on, however.
JD, something I am noticing is it looks like we have got a so it is going to go against Morrow.
Yep.
Unnecessary roughness, and that'll back the Panthers up 15, and we'll make it 4th and 20. And, yeah, Panthers fans not exactly thrilled that there's no call on the shot on Copeland. If anything, they were expecting maybe offsetting penalties, but that is not what it'll be. It'll be Ray Brager out to do the punting again. Let's see what he's got. Good snap. And that punt is going to be partially blocked and go straight out of bounds at about the 44. So not blocked completely, but Eagles do get a hand on it. Sputters itself out of bounds, and they will again be taken over in Panther territory, this time from the 45-yard line.
Yep, so once again, Lindale going to be set up with good field position, not like they need it or anything, as their offense more than capable of going all the way down the field. But once again, they're going to be starting in Panther territory to start their drive. So another short field for them to work with. Looking to go up even more here before halftime. 4:35 left to go before it with the clock running. So going by quickly here.
So let's see what the Eagles can do here as they're again going to hand off to Thurman, who again is going to break off a chunk of yards. They're going to say 9, so they're going to pull him back just short of the first down. But 9 yards puts him now at 126 and a touchdown so far on the night. And yeah, JD, I got to say, this is the first time I've remembered seeing a running clock in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's this was one that definitely kind of got away from Mabank early, and they were fine with going ahead and throwing in the towel, I imagine.
So Lindig takes the snap, hands off. Thurman again going around the right side. It's going to be bottled up for a reasonable gain here. They're going to give him, well, it's hard, 7 yards there on the play. I say reasonable, but that's, it's 49, 41, 24, 7. I'll take the 7 every time. So. Eagles taking a little extra time getting this one called in. And I tell you what, in that slot, I know he's probably a tight end, but that is a big old boy down there as a slot. They're going to use him as a blocker as they, actually don't get the completion out on the right side. We're looking that time for number 9, Copeland, and not quite able to get it over into his hands. But, yeah, down there, number 35, that's Jackson Price, actually a sophomore. Don't have him listed, but that is a big kid, especially out there in space. That's your Gronkowski type there. As Lindig takes the snap, hands off again. Thurman rushing through, just going through the middle, and picks up about another 15 yards on the play there. So that'll put him just 2 yards shy of hitting the 150 mark here in the first half on just 7 carries. So averaging over 21 yards so far per carry.
I mean, don't want to take away anything from Thurman here, but I mean, when your linemen are able to get out in front of you running, and you're able to kind of follow your big guys all the way upfield like that, I mean, that is just the perfect environment for being able to get these kinds of runs.
Well, there is number 3 of the night for Emilion Johnson. He is trying to get to be Emilion. That is going to be, 14-yard strike there. Yep. So, Emilion Johnson, man, 4 carries, 32 yards, 3 touchdowns so far tonight. And that is definitely, he may not have the yards that Thurman has, but he has definitely been enjoying the in the end zone.
He has enjoyed sharking all these touchdowns, that's for sure.
If you're playing high school fantasy football and you've got either one of these Lindale running backs tonight, you are happy with what is going on right now. So extra point is tacked on. Got just a few minutes left before halftime here, so we'll just go ahead and stay with you here through halftime. And for those that we've got 300 concurrent viewers right now, wow. JD. So that for us is pretty awesome. So if you're new here or haven't watched us before, just know that we do things a little bit different here. You know, most broadcasts, they kind of turn away or do, some kind of talk or interview or something like that during halftime. We don't. We like to highlight the fine art students here, so we will have the halftime performances at halftime. Obviously, that's when the halftime performances happen. So we'll have both the Mabank and the Lindale band. So if you've got kiddos that are, in the fine arts programs, drill team, band, cheer, whatever it is, that kind of thing, we will have their performance coming up for you here in just a little bit, no matter what colors you are wearing. So
absolutely,
stick around here with us. So minute 55 officially left on the second quarter scoreboard here. I'm not off by much on our broadcast. It says 153, so I'm not going to go through the effort to fix it for 2 seconds. So we are close enough.
Lane once again on to do the kicking for Lindale, and he's going to give the boot to it.
It's another pretty good stripe.
Once again, Foot going to take off with it. Able to bring it up all the way to the 20-yard line, so ends up being a 20-yard return for him, but he caught it all the way back on pretty much the goal line there. So another one of those situations where I said, right there, take your fair catch and take it up to the 25. I mean, of course, you want to be able to play some football with what Foot's trying to do here. But for your team, you got to think about the fact that, hey, I can probably take this out to the 20, or I can just wave my hand real quick. We start at the 25. Let's go play some football that way. So kind of one of those small things that maybe they might be talking about at halftime.
Absolutely. Copeland trying to find somewhere to go with it and is going to kind of throw it out into space. Got lucky there. If we're being honest, didn't break the pocket and didn't really look like there was a receiver out there. So lucky they kept the flag in the pocket that time, because that easily could have been called for intentional grounding there.
Mm-hmm.
So Panthers, as we've seen, taking a little bit of extra time to get the play calls in tonight, wanting to maybe slow things down a bit for these guys, give them an extra second or two to think through the assignments. As Copeland waits on the snap, takes, surveying, had a man coming up from behind, almost throws it directly. Well, if we're being honest, he did throw it directly there to the linebacker, number 11, Chase Woodley. But Woodley just not quite able to put the squeeze on it. A couple of times tonight we've seen.
Dropped him back into zone coverage there, and Copeland is lucky that unfortunately not able to close the hands around it was Woodley, because that was looking like one of those situations where that was a pick six situation right there.
Yes, sir. Well, it brings up 3rd and 10. Let's see what they have got in their bag of tricks here, as we're under a minute to go. Copeland trying to make some space, and he is going to be taken down at about the 7-yard line. Had a man open downfield, but again, just so many white and blue jerseys in his face, it was pretty much impossible for Copeland to, keep the eyes downfield and get it winged out there. Just had to kind of eat it there. It looks like they're actually going to move him up to about the 8-yard line, so they give him an extra yard on that.
Looks like 4th down and 23 is what they're going to be faced with here.
I think it's the last play, yeah.
It is going to be the last play of the quarter, of the half, as Mabank just going to wait this one out, not going to worry about anything else here. So with that being said, that is how the first half of action will end. Lindale on top, 49-0 over your Mabank Panthers.
Well, JD, tell you what, as we said, we like to highlight the fine arts, but we do got to pay the bills, so let's take a short break. We'll be right back with the halftime entertainment right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City, or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Zach Pruitt in Gun Barrel City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Under the direction of Kerry Pierce and Shelley Johnston. The star step for opposites are Lieutenant Faye Bowles, Senior Lieutenant Molly Kate DeWolf, Lieutenant Claire Means, Captain Samantha McConaughey, Lieutenant Carly Schultz, Lieutenant Grace Hartford, and my favorite Lieutenant Kaden King. The social officers are Adeline Bills, Harper Ramsey, Kinley Collins, Elle Denson, and Avery Brown. Star Step for the week is Colby Cook. Our outstanding dance of the week is Addison McCann. Tonight, the Star Steppers will perform a palm routine in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Let's go, girls.
LISD is proud to present the award-winning Lindale High School Twirlers. Twirler of the Week is Marley Hawley. Senior head twirler is Kylie Wilkinson. Twirling director is Mrs. Abby Banco. Tonight the Twirlers will perform a dance twirl routine to that Backstreet Boys hit, Larger Than Life. Lindale Independent School District is proud to present the Pride of Lindale, the award-winning Lindale High School Marching Eagle Band, sponsored by Eagle title sponsor the Edwards team at Century 21 First Group. This week's band member of the week is Maddie Good. Section of the week is the Student Leadership Team. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Kirby Clem, Elliot Pope, and head drum major Morgan Myrick. We would like to congratulate the Pride of Lindale Eagle Band on earning their 51st consecutive First Division rating at the UIL Marching Contest this past Saturday. We would also like to wish the best of performances as they compete in the 4A UIL NAMBY Military Marching Band Competition next week on Wednesday, October 29th at Baylor University's McLean Stadium. Tonight the band will perform a precision military drill to Lindale Fanfare 2021 by Ray, Front Section by Bagley, The Florentiner by Fuchik, Robinson Grand Entry by King, and Cathedral Chorus by Reed. The Eagle Band is under the direction of band director Susan Scott. Brandon Lucier, Casey Johnson, Melissa.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all: testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
I'm surprised he said anything. We tried it out of that. I don't know if this is Hey, for real though, Charles went to a phase where he got my phone sheet what was on it. I was sitting there working one day and it rained and it lit up and it was a bunch of rainbow uniforms. City manager was sitting next to him and he goes, okay. You know what we're working with. Okay.
Our Panthers are led on the field by line officers, Second Lieutenant Natalie Morales, First Lieutenant Cadence Bauer, and your co-captains Riley Cooper and Amelia Williams. Your social officers are President Faith Ramirez, Vice President Clover Brook, Chaplain Katie McCollum, and Historian Bella Stanley. Star Dancer of the Week is Faith Ramirez, and your Panther of the Week is Delilah Hamble.
Mabank Independent School District is proud to present the Panther Band from Mabank High School. Our UIL competition show holiday features the music of Green Day, Ron Nelson, and Hans Zimmer. Last Saturday, the band went to the UIL Region 3 Marching Contest and earned straight Division I ratings from the judges. In addition, they earned a spot at the UIL Area C Marching Contest this Saturday, bearing bad weather. We would also like to congratulate the Lindale High School Band on their success at UIL. We are very proud of our Panther Band. Our soloists tonight are Olivia Bennett and Ryan Fritsch. Please give a home crowd welcome to the Mabank High School Band. The Panther Band is under the direction of Joel Weisberg, Brooks Torkington, Gentry Ragsdale, Harmony Porras, Camden Mize, Joshua Porras, and McCordrick Collins. We would like to give a special thanks to our sponsors, Dairy Queen, Magnolia Dental, Teague Chevrolet, Casey's Pizza, our MHS Band Boosters, JT Foot, Michael Rowland, Dr. Marshall, our incredibly supportive administrators, and all our Panther Band fans.
Eight kitchens, 1 yard. Right there in the heart of Mabank, the truck yard brings it all together. From smash burgers and tacos to lighter bites and loaded spuds, Mediterranean plates, hot wings, Cajun classics, fresh sandwiches, hibachi and sushi, even a boba tea to wash it all down. The truck yard's where Mabank comes together. Neighbors, families, and friends all gathering to share good food from one place. It's the Mabank Truck Yard, where Mabank comes to eat. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts. More than just a shop, they're part of the Cedar Creek Lake community. And whether you're needing a new car battery, a boat battery, or service for your golf cart, they've got you covered. Their family's been helping yours for almost 20 years with new and reconditioned batteries for cars and trucks, as well as batteries for boats, motorcycles, and lawn equipment, plus golf cart repairs and custom upgrades to make your ride one of a kind. Stop by the shop in Payne Springs or give them a call at 903-451-2182 and let Randy and his team show you your car to your dreams. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts, keeping life charged, one customer at a time. Ask about free pickup and delivery on golf carts.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, we'd like to welcome you back to the broadcast booth and the City Backflow Sports Desk. Of course, as always, I'm Taylor Honey.
I'm J.D. Bird.
We are Cedar Creek Media, and we are happy to have you here with us as the Mabank Panthers are going to be taking over here in the start of the third quarter, just waiting on the kickoff here. It was all Lindale in the first half, and it was a big first half for the big running back, number 5, Hank Thurman. Thurman ended up with 148 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Emilion Johnson for the Eagles also had a pretty big half. Only had 4 carries, but able to pick up 32 yards and 3 touchdowns on those 4 touches. So
hey, that's
pretty
some
good.
efficiency running right there.
That is some real efficiency as we are ready to get this third quarter started. And it starts with a big kickoff there. Gavin Foote going to collect it right at about the 4-yard line, trying to find some space to return. Gets up to about the 20 before he is going to be stacked up and brought down. And that is where the Panthers will go to work from the 20-yard line. And let's go ahead and catch back up on this. It was kind of a rough sledding there in the first half for the Mabank Panthers, able to pick up a total of 45 yards of offense, most of that coming through the air. Jackson Copeland, 4 of 7 in the first half, so was accurate. But not a ton of yards, only 60 yards, and so far negative 15 yards in the rushing attack between him and Thompson. They are going to start off with a handoff to Thompson, and it is going to be another loss, but there is going to be a flag out quickly here, JD. So it looks like we are going to continue.
There was no stoppage of play there. I am leaning towards offsides on the defense, and as they mark it off that way, that is the call. So first down and 5. Panthers going to be coming up 5 there, and they'll replay first down.
How about that? We'll take it however we can get it. So it actually does not go down as a loss. So Thompson still at 10 carries for negative 16 yards. Again, been dealing with pressure right up the middle all night. As Copeland is looking for somewhere to throw. Again, pressure coming, that time from the left edge there. That was number 88, right?
Maddox Gaunt able to get in there with the pressure.
So we haven't seen, we've only seen a couple of sacks so far tonight, but they have both been pretty sizable. That time going to be a 7-yard loss. And that will now put Copeland technically in the negative range for rushing yards. I do believe it's like college where they go down as rushing yards as a sack. Copeland again looking, going to throw it to the inside. Nobody there.
Yeah, it looks like Foote was trying to go on a slant there, but it was read very well by the defender. And so trying to predict where he'd be, and he was not there. So able to harmlessly fall down to the turf, bring up third down and 12.
So searching for what would be their third Zach Pruitt State Farm first down of the night. Copeland waits on the snap, takes, Has to step up and around, trying to get away. Gets close to the end zone. Got some real trouble here. Tosses it out to the outside. And they say he was far enough out of the pocket that it will not be intentional grounding. Receiver somewhat in the area, but kind of close, if we're being honest. They are going to stop the clock there, 9:33. I know, JD. How about that? We got the technology wizard, Mr. Bobby, walking in.
I was trying to be sneaky, but I failed.
It's a good snap this time to Brager, and this is one of the better punts we've seen tonight. Takes a pretty high loop and bounce. There's going to be a penalty for a block in the back.
Hey, and I believe very well might have Mabank ball here.
Yeah, Morrison came up with it. I didn't see if it hit an Eagle, but I also wasn't necessarily paying attention. Morrison still giving the sign that should be Mabank ball. All right, so it is going to be just a 10-yard penalty for a block in the back there. I guess they're going to say that no Eagle touched the ball.
I think Lindale might have just gotten away with that one.
It's very well plausible.
Whoa. I was about to say
they were moving the wrong way.
Came up 10 yards and then started marking it off 10. So now going to mark it off 10 here. So they will start their drive on their own 33-yard line here. So I believe this is going to be the longest field that Lindale is going to have to face tonight.
If it's not the longest, it's definitely top 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. I don't remember many longer.
As clock is running here, we are already down to under 8 minutes to go in the third.
It's going to be a handoff this time to the left side. That is number 24. Going to carry it for a gain of about 5 yards. That is Andre Foster, the junior. First time we've seen him tote the rock so far tonight, and it'll be a positive play for him. And it looks like they're actually going to give him right at about 6 there.
6 yards,
yep.
yeah. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4 here. And they're actually going to line down once again pretty quickly here. So looking to just move it right along.
Still got Lindig in the game at quarterback. Send a man in motion. That is that big tight end. Lower snap, but Lindig able to collect it. But pass will be incomplete. So that is actually, JD, going to be the first incompletion for Lindig tonight.
Wow, that is
well, only 3 passes. Only been 3. But
I guess that's true. But
70 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Ruining his efficiency over there.
So this time it is going to be a handoff up the middle, and that is a big man carrying the rock there. That is number 16, Kason Sanders. And he needed 10, able to pick up about 12, I would say, on the play.
Yeah, really nice run in there right up the middle. And enough for the first down. So Lindale's going to move the sticks once again. Keep their drive alive.
Yep, so seeing a new duo back there at running back, but we're seeing just about the same results. So first down, they send a man in motion again. Lindig looking for somewhere to throw, going to throw the screen out. Can't get it complete because the pass was a little bit low, but probably, if we're being honest with each other, should have been completed to number 13 there, Jarrett Johnson. And to be honest with you, JD, after I thought about that, that is actually was not the first incompletion of the night, as there was a bubble thrown over here as well that didn't get complete. So technically now 2 for 5 tonight is Lindig. Not even technically, in actuality, is 2 for 5. So get myself corrected. It looks like there was a Panther down there. It was Ray Brager able to get up and walk off in his own power. But JD, the way things have been going tonight, he's a really important player because he's been doing pretty good punting the ball for you.
That he has. I mean, that is one of those scary people to see go down if you are a Mabank Panther fan. So luckily he's able to get up and get off the field on his own volition.
Yeah, handoff again this time, JD, to Foster. And he is going to improve on his previous run. Only got 6 last time. This time going to be able to pick up 7.
Moving down the field pretty efficiently right now are these Lindale Eagles, as this is kind of the first time that we've seen them not just break out with a huge play on not just get it all in one play. They're actually putting together a whole drive here.
Yeah.
Doing plenty of running the ball, trying to get the clock going. Not give much time left for Mabank to do anything in this one. But right there, a little run to the outside. Looks like he's maybe just able to get back to the original line. And that is where he is going to be stopped. So that's going to bring up 4th down. So for the first time tonight, Lindale going to be stopped on 3rd down, going to bring up 4th, and they're going to bring out a punt team.
How about that? And that was a pretty good open field tackle there by number 2, Wayne Langford. Played a lot of corners, been playing some safety the last few weeks, so he came up from that deep spot to make the play on the running back. And as you said, Eagles going to be punting for the first time tonight. Send a man in motion on the punt. Good snap. Nice punt, honest. If we're being honest with each other, it's going to take a
nice
big
punt.
bounce, and Lindale's going to be there to play it perfect.
Wow.
At the 2-yard line, so does exactly what the Eagles were hoping for, and that is going to put the Panthers on the wrong welcome mat all the way back at their own 2-yard line.
I mean, those are picturesque punts right there. You don't see those all the time. And Lindale able to pin them down on the 2-yard line.
Well, we will keep you, of course, up to date in this one, but as I want to break up the old Dave Campbell's app and kind of keep some eyes on some other scores from around in the area. But first, let's see what the Panthers have on 1st down, as it is going to be a pass. O'Valley able to get the hookup with Copeland, and it is going to be a 7-yard gain there on 1st down. It's actually Camden's 2nd catch tonight, 2 catches for 16 yards. Has a share of the lead and catches, him and Langford both with 2 so far tonight. And it looks like Camden's helmet actually came off in the process as well. So
yeah, it was one of those catches where it was like you catch that ball to know that you are about to take a licking.
Yeah.
And O'Valley able to take the hit, a little slow to get up. Helmet pops off, so he's got to come off for a play. Going to bring in.
That was number 17, Juan Castillo, that came in for him there, sir.
There you go.
So 2nd and 3, as you heard Mr. Randy there. Snap is back. It is going to be another toss over the middle, and was trying to find Kaysen Schreier. Put it in a good spot, but if we're being honest, the Eagles just did a better job raking the ball away there from Kaysen. So to bring up now 3rd and short. Mabank again trying to find their 3rd Zach Pruitt State Farm 1st down of the night here. Got to get those mentions in one way or the other.
That's right. Time continuing to tick away here, down to 1:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And this time it looks like it's an option. And look at that. Thompson has a lot of space out on the outside before he has finally ran out of bounds, but is going to go down as about an 11 to 12-yard gain there.
Yeah, I believe one of the best rushes that we've seen so far in the night for the Mabank Panthers.
Yeah, the best for sure. 12 yards there actually is 3 times better than the best.
Looky there. Best. And with that rush, they are able to pick up one of those Zach Pruitt State Farm 1st downs that you were talking about. So they're going to keep the drive alive.
So 1st and 10 here, under a minute left to go in this 3rd quarter. Copeland takes the snap, has to roll out to his left, being chased from behind, is going to have to just keep this one. Able to get up past the 30. They're going to give him the 29-yard line, so it'll be enough for a first down. Needed 10, got 11.
Yeah, so back-to-back plays where they're able to pick up some first downs here. So it looks like maybe your Mabank Panthers kind of getting on a roll here, figuring something out on the offensive side.
Of note here, it looks like Ryder Malone having some issues with the lower back there, so he is coming out in to take his place there, number 54, Brendan Trim. So Trim going to be taking over at that left tackle spot. And this is going to be the last play of the third quarter. If they get it off, they do. It was a handoff to Thompson, and he lost a yard on the play. So that third quarter went by pretty quick with that running clock, but either way, it is still the same score, 49-0, Lindale on top. We're going to go ahead and take us another short break, and we'll be right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056.
All right, back to it and right into the action is Copeland going to take the snap, flushed out to the right immediately, trying to get it over to Gavin Foote and can't get it complete. So that is the way that the fourth quarter of action is going to start here. So third down, 11 yards to go. Looking for another one of those Zach Pruitt State Farm first downs. After this play, kind of catch you up on some of the scores around the area. I told you I was going to earlier and just kind of lost time to get it done there. So third down coming up. Copeland looking somewhere. It's a screen. Haven't run a screen all night. A lot of space out in front of Jaden Thompson. Thompson making men miss and is going to go out at the 45-yard line. So a 25-yard hookup there between Jackson Copeland and Jaden Thompson. His first catch of the night, and that is
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's going to put, two? So it'll put him at 92 yards. So Copeland almost surpassing the century mark here. All right, so again, checking from some of the scores around the area. Pine Tree on top, 28-21 in the third quarter over Chapel Hill. Wills Point up 29-7 at halftime over Kemp. Copeland trying to find space out the middle, trying to get it to Schreier. Schreier took a big hit and not able to come up with the catch. Athens is having a good time against Rusk, 39-6, that one at halftime. Malakoff up 47-0 over Emory Reigns. That getting close to halftime, about 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Commerce 37, Eustis nothing at halftime, and that's all we got for right now. Second and long coming up here for the Panthers. Copeland again trying to find somewhere, going to throw it up, has one-on-one, and Foote just not quite able to get to it. Ball was maybe a little overthrown there, and Foote just not quite able to reach that big mid up there and bring it down. So it'll bring up 3rd and long now for the Panthers.
I believe the third down that they've had to face on this drive. So they are definitely not a stranger to it at this point. Let's see if this one is going to continue the same way as the other ones, as they are again going to set up in trips over to that far side.
Let's see what they got in the play sheet here. Is Copeland again going to take that one-on-one shot, and just a great play made there by number 24, Andre Foster, covering foot like a shadow there. And that'll be a turnover on downs for the Panthers.
No, it's going to bring up
excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was 3rd down. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Going to bring up 4th down.
So 4th down for the Panthers. And
I believe this is going to be 4-down territory.
Yeah, you go for it here. Already finding yourself down 49-0. Deep, you're getting deep into this 4th quarter. Almost a third of the time gone here. Do have that fast-moving clock happening right now as Copeland again surveys, has pressure coming, but able to step up, deliver, and bounces off a Gavin Foote. Had a couple of defenders there. Again, it was Foster, and also had number 11 there, Chase Woodley, in the vicinity. And that, now, JD, will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, absolutely will. And just because I heard it from the room next door, a little bit of what were you thinking there on that one as thrown into double coverage there. I understand you want to go to one of your best receivers there in Gavin Foote, but I don't think the double coverage option is the best way to go. I don't know if that's the right read there on 4th down.
Well, if we're being honest with each other, 100% yes, but I kind of got to disagree with the coaching staff simply for the fact that if we're being honest with each other, Copeland put it there. It bounced off the chest there a foot. So really, I kind of feel like you got to catch that one,
Yeah.
So now it does look like we've got a quarterback change here. It's going to be LeGros in. Now he has the easy job of just turning around and handing to the power back there, number 16, Saunders. His second carry of the night is going to go for another 1st down, and it'll be 11 for him. So
a lot of power in that running back.
Yeah.
He took it right up the middle and just ran through faces of Panthers right there.
Yeah, he's definitely got the fullback build there, but they are letting him run wild back there. Keenan Sanders listed at 5'8", 185. Now LeGros, the lefty, swung one out to the left, able to complete it to number 13 there. That is Jarrett Johnson. So Jackson LeGros starting off his night 1 for 1. Close to a 1st down. Going to be 9 yards, it looks like, on the pickup. So it'll be 2nd and short coming up here for the Eagles. They're going a little bit up-tempo here, and I wouldn't say necessarily fast, but going up-tempo with the backups in, and timeout is actually going to be called there by the Mabank coaching staff.
Yeah, got into the up-tempo trying to catch Mabank off guard, and right there, luckily quick on the coaching staff there to call the timeout.
Didn't like what they saw across the line and said, no, let's go with the new plan and try something out a little bit different here. So got to respect it. Put your guys in a position to, make a winning play. And if you don't like what you see over there and you got 3 timeouts sitting in the bank, you might as well use them,
Don't like it, change it.
Well, it looks like they've actually did go ahead and decide to stop the clock during the timeout here. So let me get my clock reset. 6:16 left to go here in this 4th quarter now. So probably a good time to go ahead and remind everybody we will be in Palestine next week as the Panthers take on the Wildcats in a big cat fight. They're at Wildcat Stadium in Palestine. If you have not been there before, an old traditional type stadium, kind of built into the ground a little bit in a bowl structure. It's one of those that you hope they don't ever get rid of that stadium because it's just, I don't know, there's not many like it anymore, So we'll be there on hand for that one as LeGros just going to turn around, hand it off again to Sanders. Sanders has more than enough to pick up. You know what? Forget it. We're already in the middle. He picks himself up a Zach Pruitt State Farm 1st down. Now it's kind of an anti-Zach Pruitt State Farm 1st down. But our buddy Zach over there, he does a lot of good stuff for us, and we appreciate him, of course, being a great sponsor. Appreciate all of our sponsors, man. The support has been big this year, you know what I mean? Of course, may not have gone the way that we want to on the scoreboard, but as we all know, these kids out in Mabank, they're a special breed. So appreciate our sponsors supporting us so we can support them. As this time is going to be a tackle behind the line there. That is is that Torres down
number
there?
52, Darrell Aldridge.
There you go. So Aldridge able to come up and make the play. And that will bring up now 2nd and long here for the Eagles. They had kind of an unfamiliar territory for them. As now LeGros going to look to swing it out to Sanders. Does get it complete, and Sanders able to get just past the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 3-yard gain there on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd and long for the Eagles. So, yeah, of course, expecting some weather in the area over the weekend. So they moved this game up to Thursday. So quite a few games happening, as we mentioned here, but still a few more tomorrow night. So if you're a big Texas high school football fan, still got a chance to watch some more games tomorrow, as that time the Eagles swung it out to the outside and got a respectable gain, but going to be brought down before the first down. So bring up 4th and short, and with just about 4 minutes left to go, just a little over, you kind of expect the Eagles just to leave the offense out here and see if they can pick up the first down and run this one out, and that is exactly what it looks like they are keen to do here. So it is going to remain with LeGros and Sanders in the backfield. Got 2 receivers to the left, 1 out to the right. Got that H-back right off the line behind the left tackle. It's going to be a handoff to Sanders, and he is going to be bottled up and not get to the first down. So needed 4 yards on the play, 3, only was able to pick up 2. So that will be the first turnover on downs for the Eagles, and I believe only the second possession we've seen from them tonight
that didn't end in points. Yep, that's right. Both of those coming in the second half here, as score will remain 49-0. So Mabank here have a little over 3 minutes to be able to drive down the field and hopefully put up some kind of points here. A little bit of pride points, as people would like to call them, before the end of this one.
So, of course, the Eagles have got the second unit out there, and I'm just noticing that number 35, Jackson Price, is out there playing nose tackle. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody line up as a slot receiver and a nose tackle in one game, as the handoff that time is going to be up the middle. As we've actually
it's going to be Sosa Canales out there running the ball right now.
It's actually Grant Rowland.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
You all right?
It's usually, Sosa Canales is usually the first backup in, but this time it's Grant Rowland, and it's actually Kason Schreier back there as quarterback as well, JD.
So bringing in the 2s on offense now are the Panthers as well, So
it'll be 2nd and 8 coming up after the 2-yard carry by Grant Rowland. It's going to be another handoff to Rowland, and he is going to drive the pile.
Wow.
And pick up 3 yards there. So was stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but Grant just kind of putting down the shoulders and pushing forward and able to make something out of it.
Tell you what, that's some good running right there, as that's exactly what you want from him. Just be able to keep the feet churning and hope that your team's able to get the push over the enemy team. So able to do it right there and push forward for a couple extra after contact. But before that happens, it looks like before the next play happens, it looks like we're going to take timeout. Number 2 are the Panthers.
2-minute timeout.
2 minute. There it is. 2
yes,
minute.
Sir.
The 2-minute timeout is going to be occurring here. So
tell you what, let's see if we can sneak one in here. We'll be right back. Last commercial break of the evening.
At Reedy Tire, they understand early morning drop-offs, late evening pickups, and everything in between that you go through to make sure your child gets from one event to the next activity. They believe that your precious cargo is their responsibility. Your tires are their life. They eat, sleep, and breathe tires so that our Mabank family.
All right, April, if you're out there watching, I'll get you another one in. I'm sorry. As soon as we went to break, pretty much, they came back out here. Now Schreier has it and going to keep around the right side and has enough for a Zach Pruitt State Farm first down. So Mabank moving the ball a little bit here in the later stages of this one. Going to have it at the 40, their own 40, but again, moving things just a bit. Got about 90 seconds left to work with here, so let's see what they decide to go for here. Schreier waiting on the snap, takes, hands off to Roland. Roland going around the left side, able to pick up right at about 5 yards on the play. So it'll set up a 2nd and mid. Can't be any more mid than that. 5 yards to go. But if the Panthers have any hope of putting this one in the end zone to cap off the game and put some feel-good points on the board, going to have to get moving quickly as we are now under a minute to go here. Schreier again going to hand off to Roland. This time Grant not going to be able to find much space and gets back just to the line of scrimmage. Mabank going to have to run one more play here before they call this one done. So let's see what they come up with. Actually, the play clock had taken a second to reset.
Yeah, I think they might actually be content with just taking it here to the end, as we are not going to see another play ran, as Mabank's going to trot their way back to the sideline. Lindale's going to do the same, and that's how this one will end.
We'll tell you what, let's go ahead and make that up to April. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Again, this will be the last timeout break of the night. We'll come back, put a bow on this one, tell you about next week, and we'll be right back.
At Reedy Tire, they understand early morning drop-offs, late evening pickups, and everything in between that you go through to make sure your child gets from one event to the next activity. They believe that your precious cargo is their responsibility. Your tires are their life. They eat, sleep, and breathe tires so that our Mabank families can know that when they hit the road for a few blocks or a few hours, they'll get there safe and on time. At Reedy Tire, tires aren't the only thing, they're everything. Trust them to get you there. Reedy Tire in Mabank, America. Proudly supporting the entire student body and their families at Mabank ISD. Let's go Panthers.
All right, back here to the City Backflow Sports Desk. 49-0 is the final here tonight. Lindale getting all 49 of their points in the first half. Really, a majority of them coming in the first quarter. And Mabank just never really quite able to get the offense going tonight, and that's really just about the story of the game is the battle up front in the trenches. Lindale had the upper hand all night, and that's really what it came down to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was just nothing that the Panthers were able to do to really stop the dominance that was happening in the trenches tonight on the Lindale side of things. They were living in the backfield on defense, and on offense, they were going and attacking the Panthers 5 yards down the field, leaving the holes wide open for the running back to where, there were times that they were untouched walking into the end zone when they're running through the middle of the field. That's something that should not happen in a football game, and it was something that tonight happened because those big guys on the offensive line just made the running back's job easier, just so easy, man. And it was something that they were gonna have to figure out how to beat, and it was something that just didn't happen tonight.
Now, Eagles end up with close to 300 yards rushing on the night and four rushing touchdowns, 2 coming through the air, and then another on a punt return. So really they were able to score just about any way they want, other than the field goal, that they didn't have to worry about it, and all the PATs look beautiful. So
yeah.
I can tell you right now, folks, we've seen a lot of football this year, and this Lindale team, I mean, we've seen some, if we're being honest, we've seen some lopsided games this year. I don't know that we've seen anybody that's quite as efficient as these guys right here. So you can see why they're hanging out at the top of the district right now and what kind of potential those guys got. So to any Eagles fans that are out there watching, keep supporting that team because, boy, y'all have got with the way they look, it looks like you could be playing close to 20 games this year. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Well, all right. So, again, final score from here at Mabank tonight, 49-0. Lindale takes this one. We'll be on the road next week at Palestine as the Panthers at 2-6 will be taking on the well, as of right now, 0-7 Palestine Wildcats, but they find themselves down 42-3 in the fourth quarter to Kilgore. Goodness gracious! So I feel safe saying
With
they're
you,
probably
Mr.
going to
Bobby.
be 0-8 at that point. So unless they are able to pull back and make the comeback of the century against maybe the best football team in the state. So, but anyway, for JD, I'm Taylor Honey. We're Cedar Creek Media. We appreciate y'all being here with us tonight. Make sure you tune in next week as the Panthers travel on to Palestine. We will see you then. And until next time, have yourself a great night.